Hello friends, welcome to another Arduino programming lesson, and in this lesson we will going to read the light intensity in the air using LDR. LDR is a light dependent resistor. For the circuit we need to have a breadboard. So here I have a breadboard. Let me just place it like this. Okay, and you see I have to take this LDR sensor and I will put on a breadboard something like this. Okay. This is how I'm going to place the light dependent resistor sensor. Okay, then I need a resistor, which is a 1 kilo ohm resistor that I'm using for today, and I would going to connect the one end of the resistor to the one end of the LDR. Okay, so you then can see the circuit properly. The connection between this one leg of the LDR is connected to the one end of the resistor, because this breadboard is vertically short when it comes to the same column. Okay, this entire column is vertically short. So that is how we will going to place the LDR with resistor. Now to connect to the Arduino Uno, you see we have this A0 pin on Arduino, and then we have a ground and we have a 5-volt pin, okay, on Arduino. Now to connect the circuit we need to have a 3 male to male jumper wires. So I would first take the red color and I would connect to the free end of the LDR. Okay, look at this, because these are vertically short, and this I will going to connect to the 5-volt on Arduino Uno. Okay, so this is the 5-volt pin on Arduino Uno. Okay, then I need to take the middle pin of the sensor, so where our one end of the LDR will going to connect to the resistor. So the same leg where I will going to connect this jumper wire, and then I would connect to A0 pin, because that's where the sensor data is coming. Okay, so basically I will take another jumper wire and I would going to connect the free end of the resistor. Okay, look at this, nothing is connected, so I would, okay, because they are vertically short here. Okay, they are vertically short, and I would going to connect to the ground pin on Arduino Uno. Okay, so basically the connection is kind of simple. The middle pin where our LDR and resistor connects, that goes to A0 pin through the yellow wire. I can show you this yellow wire, and then the free end of the LDR, that goes to 5-volt through this red wire, and that will going to connect to the 5-volt on Arduino. And the one end of the resistor, which is a free end through this green wire, it should connect to the ground pin. Okay, look at this. It's connected to the ground pin on Arduino. So this is how we will going to set up the circuit. And let's not waste the time and write a program. Let me define a variable integer light, and this will be integer light. And in the setup function I would going to write serial.begin, because I want to use a serial monitor, and it will be 9600 baud rate. And in the loop function I would then say light is equals to analog read, and because the LDR is connected to A0 pin on Arduino, I would say A0, and then serial.println. Okay, that's the way we will going to print the light variable value. This light value will be printed on serial monitor after a delay of 1 second. So every 1 second, or maybe 100 milliseconds, say for example, we will going to print this light intensity data on our serial monitor. Okay, so let me just press Ctrl A and Ctrl T, and it will align the code. And then let me just make sure the board is Arduino, then tool is the COM port is selected, and let me hit upload button. And if everything goes well, you can see lower left corner done uploading, and let me open a serial monitor, and you see now I'm getting a data which is somewhere 200 or something like that. Okay, so when I take my hand on the top of this LDR sensor, you see the value will drop it down. If I remove my hand, okay, then it will again come back to somewhere around 200 or something, right? So if I want to modify this code in a way that if the temperature drops, let's say less than 100, okay, then I want to turn on the LED which is connected to pin number 13, okay. And by the way, on Arduino we have a built-in LED which is connected to pin number 13, right? So let me close this serial monitor, and in the setup function I will say pin mode, and I would say pin mode 13 number pin that I want to set up into the output mode, because LED is an output device, okay. And then after this line of code, like light intensity, I would just say if, and then a block of code, okay, and then let's say else, a block of code. This is basically a syntax of if else. So let me make it a little bit more clear for you to understand what's happening here, right? So if the light value, if light is less than 100, okay, then we want the LED to be turned on. So it's a digital right, and the 13 number LED to become in high. And if else, if the value of LDR is less than 100, that means 80 or something, then we want this LED to be turn it off, right? So whenever I cover the LDR with my hand, then the brightness will be reduced, so it will be dark around the LDR sensor, and the LED which is connected to pin number 13 will be light up. Okay, so let me upload the code and see if it works. So lower left corner you can see done uploading. So let me open a serial monitor to see the data. So right now I'm getting 214 or something like this. So when I cover the LDR sensor, then you see the LED will light up, this this LED on Arduino Uno, right, which is by default it is connected to pin number 13, right? So when I remove my hand, the LED connected to pin number 13 will light up. So if I cover, it turns on. If I remove my hand, it goes off, right? So it basically detects the light intensity around the LDR, and this is how you will going to read the light intensity data from your LDR sensor. I hope you will find this video educational and entertaining. We'll see us into the next lesson. Thank you very much.